All right. Hi, everyone. I'm taking a few moments to speak about a remarkable drama teacher. The purpose of these words are to inspire students of Lou Smela to record similar videos and to share via Flipgrid, which I'm learning to use, but it's better because of privacy, because there's a special code. So we can prepare for our Zoom Circle of Love this Thursday. Woo! So please continue to reach out to Garlia and I with your emails and her former students' emails from the MRP so we can do justice to an incredibly dynamic human. I encourage you to listen to what I have to say and then record words for our Flipgrid prior to the circle, just so we can get the ball rolling. Garlia and myself can provide MRP alumni with the code for Flipgrid via email. So it's kind of like a pre-circle discussion. So here we go. So you're going to record videos after I say mine. Y'all ready? Lou Smela is and forever will be a pedagogical queen, a goddess of the theater, a champion for her students, and the matriarch we all strive to be. Her legacy is alive and thriving. Since 1980, she was Mrs. Smela to so many of us at Marian High School and Brother Rice. And it took me about 18 years to call her Lou, but by then she firmly asked to be called Lala to all of my 3 children. For Lou, family and the classroom, they were one. Her love was so consistent and larger than the room. If she was sitting on the boat, staring at you from across a piano, or sharing the warm light of a gym, everyone was deserving of her love, her stage, and her light. How is that possible? That such a tiny and perfect lady can love so many, so authentically, so consistently. I mean, who does that? That's rare. I've been asking around. Margarita Valbuena says that Lou believed in us when we couldn't believe in ourselves. Danielle Brown says she filled gaps of love for all of us. Steve Copera says that during an awkward time, she provided a forum for all of us to find ourselves. She saved me. She will always be our everything. Like many students at the awful age of 13, I was saved by Lou's Circle of Love. It was 1997. I was 13 years old, touring in all girls Catholic high school in Marian. 8th grade was tragic for me, and I desperately needed hope. When I walked by the open door of the gym, though, rays of light, love, and music flooded into the shadowed hallways. I peeked inside to the warm light of a fame rehearsal. I heard the notes, I saw the jazz hands, and I felt so much complex, theatrical, youthful, unbridled joy. Do you remember the energy in the gym when we rolled out that blue tarp and hung stage lights from basketball hoops? Do you remember the MRP moms creating a large spread of cookies, cakes, fruits, and drinks? Do you remember squeezing her hand and holding it in that tiny backstage room when she would pass the squeeze? You remember? She would jump up and down. She'd like, pass the squeeze of love. Do you remember? Do you remember the breakfast on Sunday morning before our last show? Do you remember how she made you feel tall? Do you remember? Do you? She spoke to me like I was larger than life, and I know that she made you feel huge too. She made you feel unstoppable. She lifted us up, and all of us are strong because of her. Lou Smela's approach to pedagogy is very rare. Rather than leading with a standard and an objective and an agenda, Lou Smela led with love. Our warm-ups were stories about her family. Our lessons dealt with prioritizing that which mattered. We danced like no one was watching because Lou modeled all of her performances off of Broadway shows. That was our model. That was our exemplar. New York. We went to New York City to see so many shows that she set up for us. We ran up and down aisles in professional costume shops. We competed for theater awards in Nebraska. We built sets and words filled with light, love, and magic. All of us were integral parts in her painting. Now this is rare. This kind of theater program is 1 in a million. I've tried it, believe me. So how did she do it? What was her secret? Before our Zoom Circle of Love on Thursday, I challenge everyone to look at your own narrative with Lou to try to discover her secret. How did she do that? It took me over a year to muster up the courage to introduce myself to her. Within a month of being in her drama class, I found my head in her lap crying. I remember her hands like running through my hair and those awesome nails, telling me it was going to be all right, telling me to hush. I grew up without a mother, and like so many of you, Lou filled all of my missing pieces up. In 2000, she cast me opposite my future husband. So thanks for that, Lou. And she taught me how to make Italian sauce so I could impress my future in-laws, the Coperas. It was her that convinced me that my past trauma did not determine my future. I had free will because of her. She helped me to believe it. She helped me to believe I could do anything, and I know she did the same for you. I asked her what her secret was last week, and she sang to me these words: "Love each other as I have loved you." Now, I believe that she would want us all to be together to speak about her legacy. We are her legacy, and we need to come together to make a promise about how to live her secret. So, everyone, please attend the Circle of Love. Please reach out to Garlia and myself. Please make sure you have that Zoom info, make your voice heard, and post to this crazy thing called Flipgrid, which cut me off, but maybe I'll have to send a video out some other way. Please respond to each other's posts. We'll figure it out. Thank you, MRP. Let's write a letter to Lou. See you Thursday.